Get that cable secured now!
Keep it moving, watch the pressure! Hold it steady!
The post-war Japanese economic miracle relied heavily on pushing massive infrastructure into hostile tectonic zones. Evolving from Cold War military logistics, this high-altitude viaduct secures Japan's vital mountain trade corridors. Replacing treacherous historical mountain passes, this monolithic expressway accelerates unyielding sovereign economic integration. Refining blueprints of national resilience, these continuous box girders deploy advanced anti-seismic joints. Backed by intense ministerial budget allocations, this industrial marvel was guaranteed a century of operation. Yet, bound by immutable physics, a slight miscalculated overturning moment instantly threatens national pride. When extreme overloading forces single-piers past critical tipping points, engineering triumph collapses into ruin. Navigating the precarious mountain chasm, emergency forces witness a multi-thousand-ton concrete mass losing equilibrium. Echoing historical industrial disasters, high-strength internal tendons snap, propagating violent fractures up the superstructure. This crisis proves modern megastructure failures are accumulated minute manufacturing discrepancies under extreme strain. Behind Japan's post-war transit miracle lies a brutal, state-sanctioned extraction of absolute human endurance. At peak altitudes, underfunded subcontractors force lines of workers into treacherous, unprotected alpine construction zones. Trapped on swinging high-altitude scaffolds, industrial operators confront violent wind shears and freezing atmospheric pressure. To slash overhead budgets, political syndicates override fundamental safety protocols, mandating non-stop, sleep-deprived night shifts. Drenched in freezing mud, exhausted laborers manually lock heavy foundation rebar over bottomless, cloudy abysses. This state-driven push exploits human capital, prioritizing political glory over basic structural survival margins. While ministries boast of zero-defect designs, corporate cartels covertly dilute critical concrete binder ratios. As automated casting lines accelerate, overlooked structural micro-voids form deep within the massive main piers. Strained to the absolute limit, desperate workers execute high-voltage welding on swaying, unstable steel frameworks. This relentless political exploitation forces fragile human hands to assemble an inherently doomed architectural illusion. Under immense macroeconomic stress, ministries conceal critical geological reports, warning of imminent fault line shifts. Blindly advancing the project, contractors seal fatal internal voids behind flawless, polished outer concrete walls. Unaware of the internal corruption, exhausted crews continuously pour heavy liquid concrete into unstable, compromised forms. As extreme environmental pressures build, the hollowed-out foundations quietly approach their ultimate structural yield point. This corrupted engineering cycle ensures the majestic mountain viaduct is merely an expensive monument destined for collapse. For centuries, the absolute isolation of these treacherous northern prefectures served as a harsh natural military buffer zone. Historical imperial records document thousands of feudal laborers perishing while attempting to carve primitive mountain supply trails. Driven by aggressive post-war geopolitics, modern ministries weaponized infrastructure spending to force absolute national territorial integration. This relentless political campaign mandates underfunded construction cartels to exploit human labor across deadly subduction faults. At crushing atmospheric altitudes, exhausted workers in uniform neon green jackets battle violent, freezing alpine wind shears. Trapped on swaying high-altitude iron gantries, desperate crews manually secure multi-ton steel rebar over bottomless pits. To bypass strict budgetary constraints, corrupt political syndicates deliberately accelerate high-risk night shifts, causing immense fatigue. Drenched in freezing gray mud, exploited laborers struggle to align massive structural forms under blinding, oppressive floodlights. This state-driven greed treats human lives as disposable commodities, prioritizing immediate propaganda over basic physical survival margins. While government ministries boast of flawless architectural triumphs, corporate monopolies secretly dilute critical concrete chemical binders. As automated casting lines run continuously, fatal structural microvoids develop deep within the colossal main pillars. Strained beyond human endurance, weary operators execute precise high-voltage welding on dangerously unstable, vibrating steel frameworks. This corrupted engineering cycle forces fragile, overworked hands to piece together a fundamentally doomed, multi-billion-dollar illusion. To prevent economic panic, ministers systematically suppress classified geological data warning of imminent, violent fault shifts. As extreme environmental pressures silently mount, the hollowed-out foundations of national pride rapidly approach ultimate kinetic failure. For centuries, the absolute isolation of these treacherous northern prefectures served as a harsh, natural military buffer zone. Historical imperial records document thousands of feudal laborers perishing while attempting to carve primitive mountain supply trails. Driven by aggressive post-war geopolitics, modern ministries weaponized infrastructure spending to force absolute national territorial integration. This relentless political campaign mandates underfunded construction cartels to exploit human labor across deadly subduction faults. At crushing atmospheric altitudes, exhausted workers in uniform neon green jackets battle violent, freezing alpine wind shears. Trapped on swaying high-altitude iron gantries, desperate crews manually secure multi-ton steel rebar over bottomless pits. To bypass strict budgetary constraints, corrupt political syndicates deliberately accelerate high-risk night shifts, causing immense fatigue. Drenched in freezing gray mud, exploited laborers struggle to align massive structural forms under blinding, oppressive floodlights. This state-driven greed treats human lives as disposable commodities, prioritizing immediate propaganda over basic physical survival margins. While government ministries boast of flawless architectural triumphs, corporate monopolies secretly dilute critical concrete chemical binders. As automated casting lines run continuously, fatal structural microvoids develop deep within the colossal main pillars. Strained beyond human endurance, weary operators execute precise high-voltage welding on dangerously unstable, vibrating steel frameworks. This corrupted engineering cycle forces fragile, overworked hands to piece together a fundamentally doomed multi-billion-dollar illusion. To prevent economic panic, ministers systematically suppress classified geological data, warning of imminent, violent fault shifts. As extreme environmental pressures silently mount, the hollowed-out foundations of national pride rapidly approach ultimate kinetic failure. Following the historical mountain paths, the next phase demands cutting into unstable geothermal rock formations. Heavy-lift industrial crawler excavators break active volcanic crust, releasing boiling pockets of subterranean toxic gases. To cross the deepest mountain ravines, enormous automated steel launching gantries extend across the dizzying abyss. High-altitude industrial operators battle sub-atmospheric turbulence while balancing on narrow, slippery, vertical steel formworks. Drenched in freezing gray mud, exhausted crews manually align heavy hydraulic jacks to level immense concrete blocks. The continuous automated casting system pumps high-strength composite polymers into the massive, freshly cast main piers. Under blinding technical spotlights, weary welders execute high-voltage arcs onto heavy anti-seismic internal iron frameworks. High-speed laser sensors continuously map the bridge alignment, flashing critical structural tolerance data back to control dashboards. Suspended hundreds of meters up, shivering operators secure giant tensioning cables to lock the extending segments. As day shifts blur into endless nights, the human price of this infrastructure miracle increases exponentially. Deep inside the hollow steel box sections, teams endure extreme heat from continuous multi-point welding lines. Heavy-duty autonomous transporters carry massive prefabricated concrete slabs over the narrow, incomplete bridge perimeter lanes. Battling intense exhaustion, crews manually hammer thick titanium anchor bolts into volatile, unyielding stone foundations. The massive interlocking bridge superstructure slowly inches closer toward the dark geothermal tunnel entrance. Finally, the last mega segment is hydraulically locked into position, completing a highly advanced yet punishing engineering matrix. Entering the dark volcanic tunnel, the infrastructure pipeline confronts extreme underground hydrostatic rock pressures. Massive high-capacity automated shield machines aggressively excavate the burning geothermal core of the mountain. Deep within the subterranean cavity, volatile underground sulfur springs continuously threaten to flood advanced work sites. To prevent sudden structure collapse, lines of exhausted operators manually install heavy interlocking steel arches. Drenched in toxic volcanic sludge, fatigued crews in uniform neon green jackets handle high-pressured grout pipes. A specialized, continuous, automated ventilation system pumps chilled air to lower the crushing geothermal temperatures. Under blinding technical lighting, weary welders execute high-voltage arcs onto thick, waterproof internal iron linings. High-precision, automated laser tracking arrays monitor underground rock movement, sending critical telemetry to control rooms. Suspended on narrow temporary steel gantries, overworked laborers manually secure heavy geological seismic sensors. As exhausting underground shifts extend, the extreme physical burden on the human workforce peaks dangerously. Deep inside the narrow drainage shafts, teams suffer intense heat while clearing boiling volcanic water blocks. Heavy-duty autonomous robotic transporters continuously move massive precast concrete tunnel segments along narrow tracks. Battling immense physical exhaustion, crews manually anchor heavy high-voltage power lines into volatile stone walls. The interlocking reinforced underground highway network slowly approaches its final deep mountain exit portal. Finally, the massive underground tunnel segment hydraulically locks with the external bridge, completing the dark pipeline. Exiting the geothermal cavern, the industrial pipeline now scales vertical volcanic granite cliffs. Colossal automated anchor drilling rigs aggressively pierce the unyielding mountain face to secure deep steel tension rods. To suspend the highway across the vertical precipice, heavy autonomous launching gantries extend over the void. High-altitude industrial operators battle freezing wind shears while balancing on slick, exposed steel perimeter trusses. Drenched in icy mud, exhausted crews in uniform neon green jackets manually align massive hydraulic anchor blocks. The continuous high-pressure pumping system pushes specialized anti-corrosive polymers into the rock anchor matrix. Under blinding technical floodlights, weary welders execute high-voltage arcs onto thick structural cross-bracing steel. High-speed laser tracking arrays continuously monitor cliff deformation, sending real-time telemetry to control dashboards. Suspended hundreds of meters up, overworked laborers manually lock giant external structural stabilization cables. As day shifts blur into punishing nights, the extreme physical cost of this project mounts dangerously. Deep inside the hollow steel bridge columns, crews endure intense heat from continuous multi-point welding lines. Heavy-duty autonomous transporters continuously carry prefabricated concrete roadway panels along the narrow, unshielded deck. Battling immense physical exhaustion, crews manually anchor heavy high-voltage power conduits into the volatile stone. The interlocking reinforced cliffside highway network slowly approaches its final connection with the main suspension tower. Finally, the interlocking mega-segment hydraulically locks into place, completing this phase of the punishing infrastructure pipeline. Advancing from the suspension tower, the infrastructure pipeline enters the high-pressure foundation installation stage. Colossal automated rotary drilling rigs aggressively bore massive deep shaft caissons into the shifting tectonic valley bed. Deep within the flooded excavation pits, volatile high-pressure water inflows continuously disrupt advanced industrial operations. To stabilize the treacherous deep foundations, lines of exhausted operators manually align massive interlocking steel casings. Drenched in freezing muddy water, fatigued crews in uniform neon green jackets handle high-volume slurry pumps. An advanced autonomous underwater concrete placing system pumps high-strength composite mixtures directly into the deep shafts. Under blinding technical spotlights, weary welders execute high-voltage arcs onto heavy anti-seismic foundation cages. High-precision sonic integrity testing arrays monitor internal concrete curing, flashing critical data to dashboards. Suspended on narrow, temporary steel gantries over the turbulent river, overworked laborers secure heavy structural tiebacks. As grueling foundation shifts extend into the night, the intense physical toll on crews rises dangerously. Deep inside the narrow cofferdam cells, teams endure extreme dampness while clearing hazardous structural debris blocks. Heavy-duty autonomous crawler cranes continuously position massive prefabricated steel reinforcement modules along narrow docks. Battling immense physical exhaustion, crews manually torque massive high-tensile anchor bolts into the foundation caps. The massive interlocking substructure network slowly rises, prepared to support the upcoming towering concrete piers. Finally, the enormous reinforced foundation cap is hydraulically locked, completing this heavy industrial construction phase. Rising from the locked foundation caps, the next critical phase demands erecting the towering main concrete piers. Massive, automated, self-climbing hydraulic formworks aggressively scale the sheer mountain verticality to mold high-strength columns. To elevate heavy raw materials, enormous ultra-modern tower cranes extend their long jib booms across the abyss. High-altitude industrial operators battle intense, unpredictable mountain crosswinds while standing on unshielded perimeter catwalks. Drenched in freezing water, exhausted crews in uniform neon green jackets manually bind massive vertical iron reinforcements. The continuous automated pumping system forces specialized self-consolidating concrete mix into the towering molds. Under blinding technical floodlights, weary welders execute high-voltage arcs onto heavy internal structural steel cores. High-precision automated laser scanning arrays continuously track column verticality, sending critical telemetry data to dashboards. Suspended hundreds of meters up, overworked laborers manually secure heavy internal post-tensioning steel ducts. As punishing day shifts blur into freezing alpine nights, the human cost of this infrastructure rises dangerously. Deep inside the narrow, hollow concrete pier shafts, teams endure suffocating dampness while checking curing structural voids. Heavy-duty autonomous robotic hoists continuously lift massive pre-assembled steel rebar cages up the vertical structures. Battling intense physical exhaustion, crews manually align heavy, high-pressure internal hydraulic curing lines. The colossal, vertical concrete pier columns slowly reach their final designed elevations near the clouds. Finally, the towering pier head segment is hydraulically locked, completing this vertical megastructure construction phase. With the towering main concrete piers finalized, the pipeline shifts to assembling the high-altitude steel deck segments. Colossal automated horizontal launching gantries move forward across the vertical columns to position massive multi-ton steel beams. Suspended hundreds of meters up, overstressed crews in uniform neon green jackets align heavy structural crossbeams. Under blinding technical floodlights, fatigued welders execute high-voltage arcs onto the thick, unyielding metallic deck joints. High-precision automated laser guidance arrays monitor alignment down to the millimeter, tracking thermal expansion in real time. Drenched in freezing alpine rain, exhausted operators manually torque massive high-tensile bolts into the vibrating steel nodes. Heavy-duty autonomous transporters continuously carry prefabricated concrete road panels along the narrow, unshielded bridge perimeter. A specialized continuous automated paving system spreads high-durability epoxy asphalt over the perfectly locked structural deck. The interlocking reinforced mountain highway network finally completes its final structural connection across the white, misty chasm. This documentary is for education only, based on real sources. Theories are not facts.